Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. Keep it simple, day number 50. We truly are keeping it simple today. You need zero equipment and our exercise list is very small. Today's going to be a HIIT day, high intensity interval training, but it's going to kill and crush the legs along the way, I hope. So we are going to start on our roller and we're going to really focus on those legs since that's what we're hitting up today. So go ahead and join me up on top of the roller. Sit up on those glutes and then you're just going to roll down and up as far as you can, getting those glutes starting to loosen up and release. Get your breath going in there. Find some core flexion. As always, take a little bit of extra time in any position or spot that you feel a little more tender. If it's super tender, maybe just sit and not move and focus on your breath. All right, let's go ahead and roll up and down those hamstrings. Up and down. So from the right on top of the back of the knee to the very top of your leg, right where the glute starts. I'm going to roll that up and down, point both toes out, and then in, out, and in. And then we're going to set it right underneath your knees. And then just roll your feet around. So nothing too crazy. We're not really going to roll back and forth. The roller stays still and just rotate your legs. All right, and then we're going to creep on down into the calves. Got to use a little bit of arm strength, a little bit of core. Try to keep your feet relaxed so that the weight of your legs can really just push into the roller. Point both toes to the left, and then kind of slowly let them roll back up to the middle, and then point to the right, and back. Depending on how your calves are feeling, you may want to try stacking one leg on top of the other. Definitely increases the sensation. All right, and then we're going to move to the other leg. And then before we flip over, we're going to hit up the side of the leg, the IT band area. So roll onto the left side, put your right foot over the top, and then start way up in the side of that glute. And then you're going to roll down the side of the leg, almost kind of twisting your leg to where you're almost at the top of the knee instead of the side. But you'll feel it. You'll feel where it needs that roll. It can be pretty tender. I find if I keep this rolled, that my knees stay pretty happy. One more up and down. And then let's move to the other side. So now you'll lie on the right side of your hip and you'll cross your left leg over and then roll up and down that side. It's interesting too how different sides have different amounts of tenderness. Keep conscious track of your breath. Good. All right. We're going to face all the way around. Get the quads. So start with your roller at the very top of your knees. Place your elbows on the ground. You're going to push back and forth. Same thing as we did with our hamstrings. Kind of point your toes one direction and then the other. Always holding a little gentle contraction on that core. All right, one more time down, and then we're going to switch to our shins. which seems crazy, but it actually gets to where it feels pretty good over time. So bring one leg forward, and then the back shin you're going to place on the roller. And then just like with anything, you can kind of control how much pressure you're pushing in. So reach back, toe points out, and then maybe down, and then in. All right, switch up to that other side. And then this will conclude, after we get this shin, this will conclude our rolling portion. Okay, so we're going to start off with 20 glute bridges. Then we're going to move into 20 single leg glute bridges each side. Then we're going to do 20 jump squats. If you don't jump, keep your feet on the ground. 20 jump lunges each side, and then 20 gate swings. That's our round. And then we'll be moving back into our glute bridges. So we'll see how many rounds we get. Definitely going to reserve some time for stretch today. And it's all about getting that heart rate up, burning the legs, and then giving it time to recover. All right, so go ahead and lie on your mat. Grab the core. Set your feet at hip width. Push those hips up. Feel the glutes engage. And then we're going to drop and lift. 1, 2. Lock into that belly. Just wake up the glutes here. Make sure that your knees are pointing straight from your hip joints. So we're not angling out wide or pulling them in too far. Take your brain to those glutes. $18, $19, and $20. Lift one leg, and then you're going to keep that leg lifted with your shin or your quads parallel, and you're going to push up from that single side. 6. Keep the core really solid so that your pelvis can stay neutral, trying not to let it dip. 14. 15. We're not rushing. Get all the way to where you little tap on the ground with your butt, and then push right back up. 19, 20. Switch. Make sure that that foot is straight out from your hip, so it's not tripoding in the middle. Double check, can you grab your core? Flex your foot back on your right side or the lifted leg. So you should feel lots of work coming through your pushing leg that's on the ground. The glute. Find that glute. You've got it. 19 and 20. All right, drop your hips, hug your knees into the chest for a second, and then we're going to come on up and hit up those jump squats. Belly strong, sit those hips back and down. We're going to go for 20. There's 10. Still keeping the core solid. 9, 10. Okay. Jump lunges. If you don't jump lunge, then you're going to tuck a knee back and then up in front. Otherwise, you're going to lunge and switch. Try to go for range. It's not supposed to be easy. Drive into it. Keep your knees lining with the toes. 19, 20. Okay, gate swings. Take a little breath. All right, jump wide and low, narrow to the top. Figure out how to find a little more burn. 19, 20. Okay, there's one round. Lower back onto the ground. This is our little recovery phase. Put your arms out wide. Both knees drop to the left. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Both knees drop to the right. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Woohoo! Here we go. Second set. Lock your belly and drive into those glutes. 3, 4, 5. You are learning how to get that flexion going. Remember, we're not just relying on the move to activate the muscle. We are relying on our flexions first. We have to connect our mind to muscle. 18, 19, 20. Lift and hold. Lift one leg. 1, 20 per side. 5. Quick scan of the body. Make sure that your neck is staying relaxed. Your face. 15. 19, 20. It's easy to start wanting to fly through these, or maybe go for a smaller range. We got to keep it rolling. Big lifts, big flexions. 11. 16, flex in, flex in. 18, 19, 20. All right, hug those knees in. Make sure you're not putting tension on that low back. And you do that by tucking the tailbone under, toward the back side of the knees. Here we go. 20 jump squats. Remember, we're trying to squat all the way in. Explode from that low squat. 18, 19, 20. All right, jump lunges. 40 total, 20 per leg. Ready, set, and go. Try to sit your butt back. Get into those glutes, not just the quads. Ah, 20. Woo. Gate swings. Ready, and go. Really pull those knees out wide. "17, 18, 19, 20. All right, 2 sets. Drop onto the ground. Again, roll those knees. Roll to the right. Whew. Bring them to middle. Roll to the left. Oh, feel that heart rate thumping and pumping. It's good. Working hard. Flex into those glutes. Here we go. 20 glute bridges. Keep the work. Really set in. Find the underside of those legs. "17, 18, 19, 20. Lift one leg. Drop and drive. "10. Connect with what's going on. 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, you know you're frying the legs if your glute bridges are getting really difficult to complete. This is right where we want to be. 7, 8. Trying to get past just checking off the box of exercise for the day. Try to also push into your mental capacity, not just physical. Find that mental drive. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, hug those knees in. All right, roll it up. Keep working into those glutes. Flexing. Find your core. Good job, good job. All right, jump lunges. Try to keep that range. There's halfway. Two more. Whew. Those last 5. It's tough to keep low. Your heart rate also comes up more if you have that push instead of sitting high up there. So try to find that range. All right, 3, 2, here we go. Take your time. to get deep. Then feel your adductors pull those legs back together. Woo. Lie on the ground. This time, cross your right ankle over your knee. Pull into the chest. Flex both feet. Switch it up. Other side. Right leg behind the left. Pull in. All right. Back to our glute bridges. Here we go for 20. Find that low core grab. Protect your back. Open the hip flexors at the top. Then push with those glutes. Think about what you're targeting. This is our last round through. Make it count. We're going to drive, drive, drive. Get a good solid stretch. Hopefully you haven't been holding anything back. Okay, one leg comes up. But this round especially, don't hold anything back. Ten. Tighten deep in that core. 18, 19, 20. Whew. 10. Make that lifted leg super strong and flexed also. Keep those hips as level as you can. Keep the core strong. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hug those knees. Here we go. Perfect timing. Letting that heart rate drop back in. Okay. Woo! This is our mental set, my mental set. Once I get started, I don't want to break. And again, I really want to try to keep my range. Ready, set, and go. Five to go. Oh, yes. Done with those. Gate swings. That's it. I think gate swings are very easy to make easy. If you get those knees uber wide, take your time, sit your butt uber low, then you'll feel it. Okay, here we go. Take time to drop, then explode. 10. Oh, woo. Nice job. Good work, good work. Okay, back down to the ground. Yay. 5 minutes to stretch. Whew. Extend your right leg long. Hug your left knee into the chest. Pull it to the midline and then squeeze in. You should feel some grab in your hip flexor. Take a couple deep breaths. Put your left arm out away from you and then twist over the body. So you're going to push on your left knee with your right hand, trying to keep your left shoulder intact with the ground. Deep inhale, hold at the top, and then exhale slow. Deep inhale. Hold at the top, exhale. Slow. As slow as you can. Extend that leg straight and try to grab the inside of the calf or the ankle, maybe even the toes. Pull the toes back towards your knee. Push the back of the knee away from you, straightening through that leg as much as you can. This helps stretch that IT band up through the hip, the glute, and the low back. That was fun, yet awful. It's always fun when it's over. Feel so accomplished. We need to push ourselves outside of our comfort zones more often. Tuck the knee in, rotate to the middle, bend your right knee, put the foot on the ground, and then straighten this left leg as much as feels good for you. So the goal here is to find the belly of the hamstring. So maybe that means you need to bend your knee a little. Maybe that means it's a little bit further extended. But if you feel way up in your glute, you need to adjust. That's just pulling on that tendon that attaches the hamstring into the pelvis, and it doesn't need any more pull. We want to stretch the muscle. Tight muscles pull on the tendons, and that's what causes pain way up in your, like the bottom of your glute. So if you have an achy booty, that proximal hamstring tendonitis pain, chances are your hamstring is super tight and pulling on that tendon. Okay, cross that ankle over your opposite knee. Flex both feet. Pull that right knee in towards your chest. Push your left knee away from you with your left hand and keep pulling the right knee in. If you have access to something to set your foot on for a little extra assistance, you could do that like a wall, or I could twist and use this post, your couch, whatever is around you. If grabbing behind the leg and pushing the knee out with the elbow doesn't really work, check those the pelvis here. Spread across your chest. Okay. Extend your left leg long. Hug your right knee into the chest. It's kind of more toward the armpit, and then you swing it in, tugging the knee a little bit deeper toward your sternum. Pull, pull, pull. As you can tell, on this side I have hardly any of the pressure on my hip flexor that I do on the left side. And I am very well aware that my left side hip flexor likes to hold a little more tightness than the right. So cross your right knee over to the left. So just start learning the body. I also have to watch that once you know your body's tendencies to, try to correct them. Don't let them limit you. Learning what your discrepancies and tightnesses and strengths are side to side it's helpful to try to get them to level out, to even out, to give feedback for progress, not to limit you because, oh, that's my weak side, oh, that's my tight side, but to actually figure out how to manage those discrepancies so that you can get healthier and stronger with less propensity for injuries. Okay, left hand around your left inner calf or ankle. Straighten through the leg as much as you can. Try to keep that right shoulder intact with the ground. Pull the toes back so you're flexing the foot, really getting that opening through the back of the knee, all the way up into the hip and the low back. We're getting that twist in here, right? So your low back pulls up with the hips. Your mid back is where you're taking that twist. All right, bring the leg back in. Bend your left leg, and we're going to work the hamstring on this side. Oh my gosh, those 5 minutes go so fast. It went much slower when we were doing jump lunges. Breathe. Remember the goal is to find that hamstring. If you struggle to find the hamstring, going back to that roller is also extremely effective. And then cross your ankle over your knee. Flex both feet. Find that wall or couch or post again for support unless you can grab behind. Dig your right elbow into the right knee. Close your eyes and take a quick internal scan of the body. I've been learning all about the importance and the benefits of meditation and breath work, so just focusing. Sometimes it's good to close the eyes and focus inward, and sometimes it's good to close the eyes and focus outward. Tug those knees in, rock and roll your way up. We're going to take our ancestral squat, and then we're going to call it a day. So listening to sounds, noises, smells. If you're outdoors, feeling breeze possibly, or heat, or cool. But it's good to do both because sometimes we find ourselves too externally focused and sometimes we find ourselves too internally focused. So depending on where you're coming from, it's good to adjust. All right, fantastic job. Way to jump with me into another day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.